Welcome back to the channel. Shout out to Anton Daniels and everything that he does over there with his Anton After Dark show that he does. It's a panel. It goes on for like 5 hours. And they had a good conversation over there. They were talking about body count, and then a lot of the women started to try to excuse how body count doesn't matter. We've had this conversation a lot, and I think we need to keep having it because no matter how much these conversations get started up, women always try to find an angle where body count doesn't matter anymore, which ultimately is like saying that their value doesn't matter anymore. Hit the subscribe button, also hit the notification bell. Let's not waste 1 minute.
And you know how many dudes they was fucking, like, before they got to the club, by the time they leave the club, they gonna tell you all this shit. Like, you just listen.
I have a
Women gonna talk.
question. Maybe
Women
this
gonna
is just
fucking talk.
me.
Well, hold on, wait.
What's the question for Slimmy?
Well, hold on. Before you ask Slimmy, Lynette, why am I a clown? What did I say?
Dang.
I saw that.
Anton, a
Why
whole
am I a
clown,
clown?
a whole clown, not a half a clown.
Why am I? What did I do? I think y'all just like dissing me. I think that's what it is.
Man, she don't even got a profile picture, man. Nobody care about that heifer.
No,
You know, I was gonna ask Slimmy
I didn't
this.
even answer the question. All I did was ask the questions.
I
That's
can
a
tell
wow.
a woman doesn't even notice. I think a woman's a whore
Y'all hurt my feelings.
when we have sex for the first time and you feel so comfortable being naked around me.
You said being what?
Naked, like we're like, why aren't you shy? You're a whore. Like you do this a lot.
What?
Yes. When women just when niggas just come out naked, I'm like, nigga, why you feel so comfortable about me with naked for the first time? Nigga,
Wait, when women come out.
Okay, now, if anybody's wondering why we're on such odd subject matter, I think that they're trying to find alternate ways in which a man can discover a woman's body count just by paying attention to things other than the actual number itself, which sort of makes sense because more than it's the actual number, which she doesn't really have to be honest in disclosing, it's her reputation. It's things she's going to accidentally divulge about herself. It's just weird how women who move loosely, they have a way of just revealing it in so many different ways. And microaggressions, things that they say that they shouldn't be comfortable saying, but they're comfortable saying. They've normalized things that shouldn't be normalized. They're just things that men pick up on after a lot of time. This to really be able to sniff out these type of women quickly, it does take a good amount of just experience with women. Not any like expert level alpha male game, but just having a good amount of experience with women in their nature. Let's get back into it.
Naked. What happened?
like the first time, like, why are you so comfortable around me naked for the first time? Like, because they're whores.
What?
I don't because we grown.
Man,
Because you're a whore.
so
Like, you're supposed to be
We
like kind of like
adults.
timid.
no, hold on,
Not
wait.
watching
No,
Netflix. We're what?
No, so this is where I have to actually commend women, because once you get to that point of vulnerability, you know, that's actually something that's a sign of appreciation. It's not whoredom necessarily. Now, if she's doing this for every guy, like, yeah, that's whoredom. But like once she's that vulnerable enough for you, just take it. You know what I'm saying? Just accept it and be happy. You know what I'm saying?
That shit
Because
came off real easy, nigga. And I didn't even ask.
man, if you a master craftsman, it's supposed to be easy.
I'm not I'm a nigga. I'm just a normal nigga. I'm not no master nothing. I'm no master shit, bro.
Never mind.
I hear you, but like, I'm just nigga. I don't got no game, nigga. I'm just me.
That's
I don't understand the naked part though.
I said, why are they like? I feel like you should be like, like kind of shy. Don't do that type of thing. Not just like fucking taking clothes off and shit.
man, that shit was when we was teenagers, yeah, but like you grown now, so it's like why would you be shy when it comes to that
They had
time?
I think that a lot of times as women get older, they actually tend to be more reserved with their body a lot of the time. I get where he's coming from, where when back in the day when I was coming up, women who were just too ready to get naked, I did usually question them a little bit. But that was when I was a younger guy and I was still sort of like learning about women. And even though in some sense this might be true, like it's probably context based, depending on it's circumstance based, depending on who the woman is, or case by case. I don't think it's generally true. I think that it can happen every now and again. You'll come across a woman where it's just like, man, you didn't even have to, it's like you guys haven't even been at the house long. Or you're dating a woman and she's putting more emphasis on getting alone with you, when y'all are going to hang out, when are you guys going to do this? And it's not even in that timing, but she's like trying to see it. She's trying to get you to send dick pics and all this other type of stuff like that. You'll get this gauge of who the woman is through her actions, because there'll just be certain things she can't hold back because she's just so used to being loose.
You are a whore.
Right, because they've had a whole life of being whores. You're correct.
No, it's about that's part of maturity.
No, nigga. God say women should be modest, nigga. These clothes is coming off too brazen about the shit.
No, this is part of maturity, man. Like once you've like made it past like, like 18, 19, well then it's like, all right, this shit, off with it. What we talking about? Like, I don't know. I'm kind of like lost on that. Like it's once you get a certain age, it's showtime. You know what I'm saying? So it's normal. Like once that shit happened in the Garden of Eden, you know what I'm saying? And they was naked. Like, ain't no more shyness about that shit. We all gonna do it without shame.
Some guys feel shame.
Right.
So,
What? Come on.
Yeah.
All right, come on, man.
What?
We gotta do this type of stuff, man. Some guys feel shame about to get some dome or some coochie.
Some guys talk about in the locker room when they were around other guys, the other guys' penises be bigger than theirs.
You know what?
I mean,
How would you say that?
I don't think that that's. I don't know.
That's fucking weird.
I don't think that that's a thing. Like I don't.
Yeah, I don't either. What
Like
I
unless
said, or
you
just
unless you're gay.
Looking at other men?
I don't think we look at other men.
I don't think so either.
What are we talking about?
You're naked, you just don't see them?
I mean, you
What?
just you do your own thing when you doing your own thing.
But you see them. You might not focus, but you see them people.
like women, we see each other in the locker room when we all changing.
Not really, honestly. Like
I think girls like admire girl.
We don't take group showers. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely not the same. Let's keep it a buck, lady. When you're in the shower with a bunch of women, you guys are all borderline attracted to each other. Guys, when we're in the shower with each other, even if we're comfortable being naked around each other on some level, it's not necessarily comfortable. I mean, we don't really want to be naked around each other. We're probably being forced to. It's probably a sports environment, or it's like a gym and you won't have a shower for some miles. So you just do it publicly. And the next thing you know, you got this old dude and he's got his legs kicked up and, he doesn't have on any undergarment. And that's just how you got to work out that day. That's how you have to take your shower. The old guy next to you who's not afraid to have his balls out.
Hey, come on, Lou, cover that up. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Put your drawers on or something.
Honestly, I'm being honest. Like, honestly, we don't take group showers, so I don't know why that would be.
Well, some settings you have to, because like in the military, nigga, you there, nigga, and within 10 minutes, you're in a shower with 20 naked niggas you never seen before.
Wait, what? Why would you? What?
They have one shower for
yeah,
the guys.
nigga, you go straight from the dormitory. They say get naked, get in the shower with
And
20
like
niggas
20
you never seen
showers.
before.
I mean,
I'm not trying to make anybody uncomfortable here today, but I don't know if anybody's ever seen Wild Hogs.
Okay, haven't you even seen Wild Hogs?
It's actually been proven in some way or another that men actually bond better this way through like having to experience these kinds of discomforts. I haven't looked into it, but I will say this. I grew up in athletics my whole life, and you are forced to have to shower with other people, and you're aware that there are other naked males around you. You do see men around you. There is a thing in your mind that does a compare and contrast with other men, and I think it's subconscious, and I think it doesn't have anything to do with our sexuality either. I think it has a lot to do with us actually just wanting to see where we connect with other men. We want to see where we rank amongst other men. It's about our value. It's not about finding sexual interest in the other guy. It's about us having a moment to analyze our own value.
in the military,
Look
and
straight
when
forward,
I go-
nigga, and wipe your ball sack, bro.
If you go to the gym,
Don't look down.
I maybe I don't know. Maybe it's certain gyms that you would go to. If you go to the gym, you work out and then you
It's individual.
take a shower and you leave.
Like playing sports in school, y'all didn't shower in the same locker room.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah. Because we
I'm
lifted
talking about
before
as
we
grown-
lifted before school.
But as grown men and stuff, like I don't think niggas be staring at each
Yeah,
other.
I
do
haven't. Yeah, that's weird.
So
I
y'all
think
don't.
everything's
I don't think that men are staring at each other from a place of like, oh yeah, I want to get that. I just think we're not used to being around each other so in a vulnerable way. And I think the eyes wander in ways that we don't really even have control over. We just don't really talk about it. And we know that this doesn't make us homosexual or anything like that. It doesn't change our gender orientation. It's just uncomfortable for us because to be a straight man is more compartmentalized. And it seems like to be a straight woman, you're still heterosexual, but you get to like kiss girls and you guys get to take your tops off around each other and with a more fluidity than men get to do because that's not what manhood is.
So while y'all are showering communally, you don't have conversations?
I don't
Who,
shower.
I haven't. I don't shower communally. Like,
Man, why y'all dragging this shit out, man? Come on.
like
Come on,
who
man.
does
I
that,
don't think
Kim?
that there's a-
That's some girl shit. Like I see girls
It's
do that. Oh my
weird,
god,
man.
your tits look so good.
I don't
Like, that's
think
some
that
girls
I
shit.
don't know of a space where
Right.
you gotta. I don't know of a space as a grown man where you got a communal
Facts.
shower.
I'm not gonna ignore the fact that when I'm in the locker room, I see big titties in my face. You have nice breasts, but it
See, I
doesn't
told
make
But it's different though. You guys secretly want to sleep with each other. Like it's different for women. You guys can't even be best friends without giving each other lap dances and accidentally getting drunk and kissing. Guys, that's not like that. We're not like that. We get drunk and accidentally fall asleep. That's the most we're gonna do together. We'll wake up together as homies, knocked out, like, oh snaps, I can't believe that happened. Where are we? That's about as wild as it gets with us drinking. Yep, no accidental booty play.
Girls
me
be looking at
gay.
that shit.
Right. And that's what I said. We're not going to pretend to be blind just to be like, we're not gay. No.
No, I mean really, like
Molly, can you
go
say
and do
something?
your thing.
You be
I
looking
don't.
at
I don't.
titties,
I
Molly.
don't
I
think that
don't look
niggas
at
just be standing
other people.
around. I don't think niggas just be standing around in the locker room just hanging out, having conversations naked.
I don't know if you guys have ever been to like your local YMCA, Planet Fitness. Some have communal showers, some don't. I remember this when I was a young kid. The first place I saw this was in my hometown city of South Bend, Indiana. I was about 9 years old, swimming lessons, coming out of the pool. Nobody was with me. I had a towel. I'm coming. I'm grabbing my towel. I'm going up there to go to the shower area. I had no idea that there would be like grown adults there. There were some men in there and they were bare ass naked and they were just talking and yapping it up. And I remember thinking like, why doesn't anyone notice that each other's genitals is out? Like, I hadn't seen men exist that way. And they didn't seem like they were men who were into each other either. They just seemed like perfectly normal men. They were talking about taxes and real estate and things like that. It was like a sauna. I just remember thinking, yeah, them niggas gay. No, I'm just kidding. I was a young kid and I didn't really have a lot to go off of. And I didn't really have a lot of education either at the time about just masculinity, gender orientation, and stuff like that. It was kind of confusing for me. So I see why Anton's kind of thrown off by the concept of men just being able to have conversations naked like that, because just how heterosexuality works, we think that that's supposed to automatically mean a hit to our personality. We've seen this portrayed in movies even. One guy is overly confident about being naked in the shower, and then the other guy is overtly uncomfortable with that person who is open. There's been this kind of invisible war between the comfortable and the uncomfortable when it comes to talking with your Johnson out. I can't even believe we're talking about this.
And she grabs me by the wings. Shut the fuck up!
My face, nigga.
And I think if they do, it's normal because,
What?
like, even like in an NFL locker
would be
room,
so
like there's
weird.
media coaches in there while niggas is naked getting dressed. Like,
Right. So what are they just not seeing
But
anybody?
I've never been in
They
an
be slapping
NFL
each other's
locker room,
buns too.
so it's not a thing.
Exactly. So they obviously see
Get
them
back on mute,
slap
please.
them,
All
right?
of you.
But I'm trying to. Okay, so I'm still trying to understand
I'm
the
so
point of this part.
confused.
Like, what are y'all saying? That guys get? What are y'all saying? I don't understand.
We saying that y'all try to say that y'all don't see each other when we know that you do. You slap each other on the butt and stuff like that. So
Hold on,
you
wait a
know-
minute.
Don't be slapping each other on the
beg
ass.
your
I don't know where y'all got that
Man,
from.
where do y'all be getting that shit from, man? Don't nobody
It's
do
not
that
a
shit.
thing. We don't.
I think they're talking about congratulative. You know, when we're in sports, somebody scores a point, and then you smack the person on the ass like, "Good job, homie, bow." Anybody ever seen the movie Joanna Man? I love referencing movies. If you ever seen the movie Joanna Man, he recognizes that they also celebrate this way. That and when he realizes that, he goes, and he's of course he's attracted to all the women who he's secretly on this basketball team with. So he starts overly celebrating by smacking all their butts a ton or whatever. So, sort of in a humorous way, touching on what we're touching on right now, that uncomfortable layer of like how men touch each other when it comes to sports. So again, I'm not sure if Anton has ever been an athlete or ever been in a part of an organized sport before, but it's pretty common. I was an athlete my whole life. I played basketball most of my life, was varsity in football also, lettered in track also. And it's just a part of the athletic world.
Be in the goddamn gym locker room
So
like this.
you think men are out here slapping each other on the ass in the shower?
It's with the
That's
towel.
about the athletes.
No, that's
we
Odell
don't do that
Beckham.
shit.
No, it's not. No, I don't know. I don't get it.
I ain't naming no names.
That's rude.
Like, what
That's
do y'all think that
slanderous,
we be
bro.
doing? We go and we.
It's actually, Quentin, it ain't slander. It's actually not. It's actually
I don't know what
video
y'all think
proof.
happened. Y'all are so off.
I bet you if you got in his face and had this conversation about what you saw, you wouldn't say that.
They said the same thing. I will. Never mind. Yeah, I fucking would. The
You
fuck? I'm gonna be scared. Like
I didn't say
nigga,
it has nothing to do
why-
about you being scared of him. It's him that wasn't in that position, and you can't tell a nigga I was somewhere where I wasn't to his face.
What y'all talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You confusing me.
They had a. I don't. I tend to trust people when they say certain things, and
I will ask that nigga, why the fuck was you grabbing the man's ass out the pile?
I think people do that playing all the time. That they're not. That doesn't mean they're gay.
I have to say I agree with him. There are dudes who play like this. Growing up in the locker room, there was always that dude who he didn't really have bounds in the way that he played around. There was this guy who I grew up with, my homie Trey. I'm not gonna say his last name, but Trey, if you're watching this, I'm not even gonna say your full first name. You see how I cut your name in half so you don't get embarrassed because you know who you are and you know you play too much. And he had the nerve to be like a strong guy. And he had a little brother named Aaron, who was also very, very strong in demeanor. Like, they were just born that way, too, for some reason.
This nigga's some kind of goddamn super thug.
They were, like, built brolic. But these dudes played all day long, and they loved playing the grab the booty game, and they loved trying to, like, make you uncomfortable, because the trick was that, like, since I'm comfortable playing like this and you're not, I got one up on you. I can fuck with you.
The football field with cleats and
I don't like some people. They play around. I don't think that means they're gay. That doesn't mean they're gay.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't play like that, dog.
Well, that's you. You can't. You. That's one thing that you do a lot. You put your beliefs on other people, and that's not.
I'm not putting my belief.
And I want to cover this too. I think this is the issue that we sort of have amongst black men, and we don't really touch upon it a lot. I'm not gonna stay here long, but we do have a problem with like whatever belief system we come to about what we believe masculinity is. We're just ready to cast that belief system over every black man. We're like, oh, well, I don't play like that. So if you play like that, then something must be wrong with you. It's just like, no, there's just a difference. And I'm not somebody who plays like that. Let me keep it real. And I don't really like being played with like that. But I do want there to be room for different personality types of men to be able to exist void of being shunned. That's just my thing also. I don't know how to be a men advocate, but then there'd be a whole group of men or a whole group of men who I say, oh, no, you're not really legitimate because you do that. You do something I don't like. So you're not really a legitimate group of men because you do things I don't like. Not really for those kind of belief systems either. I think what Slimmy is doing at Q is something that Black men kind of collectively do to all Black men who try to take an alternate stance that doesn't go with the status quo of what we've always believed in, and so on and so forth. If you dare be a critical thinker, it's like being shunned to the land of untouchables in the Black community.
On other people, I'm putting
That doesn't mean you're
what
gay.
most
Gay
people
means you
don't
like the
fucking
opposite
do.
sex. That means you
don't
like the
grab,
opposite sex.
You don't grab men. You don't get in
That doesn't mean
tubs
you're
with
gay.
men.
If you grab them,
We
if
literally
you
are
grab a
just
man, that
talking
doesn't mean
about
you're
this.
gay. If you don't,
this is what I'm talking about. It's like our men just think we can make it up on the fly. We think we can make the rules up on the fly. He's like, you don't grab another man. And I'm like, all right, well, what if he's hanging off of a ledge and you're the only person who can save his life? What if he loses his footing and if you grab him, you can save his life? Or if you catch him, you can save his life, which technically means you grabbed him. Grabbing or not grabbing does not make a person gay or not gay. This is why these type of conversations really make me laugh, because whether if I agree with the Black person I'm having this conversation with or not, I can already see that their pathway to truth is faulty. So we already know that we got something wrong because the way you're getting to your conclusions isn't healthy. Because we're not supposed to feel our way to our conclusions. We're supposed to think our way to them. Let's get back into it.
Wait. You said what? Go back to that last statement before this.
I said if you grab a man's butt, that doesn't mean you're gay. Like one single action of grabbing a man's butt doesn't mean you're gay.
We out of there.
Let's go back to the conversation real quick. Molly, what are your thoughts about at what age does?
And that's more, and as uncomfortable as it might be for some people watching, sadly to say, that's the truth. And I think if we believe that like one action can change a person's gender orientation, I do think we need to start having more thorough conversations about this in depth, because that means we have a lot of people who aren't educated on this topic thoroughly enough and just don't simply understand how gender orientation works. They don't understand how a person becomes what they become when they're on a different part of the sexuality spectrum than them, is what I'm going to say. Let's get back into it.
No longer matter, and is it the same for women? Do women have concerns about it, and similarly to men?
But doesn't mean you're gay.
We out of there.
Let's go back to the conversation real quick. Molly, what are your thoughts about at what age does it no longer matter, and is it the same for women? Do women have concerns about it, and similarly to men?
I don't think either one matters, because most people usually have their mind made up of who they're gonna have sex with regardless. And then it's like people will know somebody that the person they're sleeping with has slept with a lot of the time. So people don't really, in this day and age, I don't think it matters. I don't think people care. I think it's good conversation for the internet, but in reality, STD rates are high, so I don't think people care.
We're always talking about rights and so on and so forth. We're talking about men controlling access to dating and relationships. Now we got to talk about who controls access to the box. So if intercourse is easier to obtain and it's like looser than ever, that speaks to change in the women, not the men. You saying that it's only a conversation on the internet is BS. It's a conversation on the internet because it matters. And because guys are tired of relying on what they typically rely on to get that number, which is what they're going to get into. One thing where I did agree with her is that in a way, what the number ends up being is her reputation as a whole. Like more than likely, if she's been living in your local area for a long time, if you've been active in your community, there'll be somebody around who probably will be able to tell you that she's loose in the butt. More than likely. That's just how it goes. Some people don't really have anything to go off of, so they just don't vet the person. But we've seen how that plays out. We've seen that doesn't work out well for people when you just don't know anything about a person and you just start building with them. Let's get back into it.
I think women probably
I
would
think men say
like
it to
prefer
enrage
it.
themselves for no reason, but
Weird, buddy. You think that that's how men think? That for us to get our testosterone boiling, we just need something to be mad at and something to rage against? That's stupid as hell. That's not how guys think at all. Men care about body count for a lot of great reasons. We care about who we're having our babies with. We care about if when we have a child with a woman, we care about if that baby that you're pregnant with is actually our baby. We care about a lot of different things. We care about how many men have conquered you in that way, in that vulnerable way. It's nothing like being with a woman and you think you got a good one, then you find out she slept with half the hood. It's an awful feeling. It doesn't make you feel good. You feel terrible. And it's because it has something to do with the fact that now you pay full price for something everybody else got cheap. That's also what it's about. Men don't want to sit around and be laying up with a girl that everybody got to lay with for nothing. And now she's available to you to have to pay the big bill. No, it's not really how it goes a lot of the time.
I think it matters.
Facts. I think women like a dude who I've been around the block a couple times. Women probably
I
would
think men say
like
it to
prefer
enrage
it.
themselves for no reason, but I don't think it matters.
I still don't think that it's an age thing. Take virgins out of the picture. I don't think there's an age, because I really don't think that body count matters to people like that. I think that people base stuff off of what they think about the person. Like, if a guy thinks a chick is loose and a hoe, he's either messing with her knowing that, or he's not going to because he thinks she is. 9 times out of 10 from I've never heard of people asking for body counts before deciding to get with somebody. I've more so heard of the body count conversations happening after you're already engaged with the person, whether you're in a relationship, you've already had sex with them. Yeah, because
That's
to me,
crazy.
this whole body count thing now on the internet, I mean, maybe times have changed, but the notion that people use the question of body count as like a filter or as a way of weeding people out, I don't believe that.
Supposed to believe your black ass? Personally, I don't give a good goddamn what you believe or don't believe.
I'm not surprised that these women do not believe it, because women, you guys have been spending a lot of time not paying attention to men. You've been spending a lot of time only thinking about your own standards and what you care about. I'm not surprised that women are just completely lost on the fact that men care about body count. And even though I always say, yes, the body count isn't a particular number, because women don't have to be honest with you about that. It does have a lot to do with what you find out about her in your community ends up making the number crazy. Like, if she's literally slept with most of the people who you know, like, they're people you can have conversations with about who she's been with, that's when it starts to be uncomfortable. Everywhere you take her, you see other guys who have conquered her, and it just starts to become this uncomfortable experience. Just like J. Cole said, usually you have to multiply it by 3 every time they tell you the number, because women are not inherently righteous on being honest about things like this. We know that they're not. Let's get back into it.
Anyway, like, and I think the body count thing has just become a talking point for the internet. I don't think anybody is like, hey, how many people have you slept with? And depending on the number, they make a decision one way or the other.
I guess in a way she's right. We're not asking for the particular number, but lady, you better believe we go through the hood trying to figure out who you are. We're trying to figure out how you, like, we're going to find out if you're loose or not, which means that the number does count. It does matter, because we're trying to find out information, especially if we're trying to cuff you down. We're going to ask people about you. We're going to ask people who might have even dealt with you before. Like, hey, man, what was she on? Like, was she cool? There are dudes who have done that with me. Hit me up. Just want to know. Just trying to get a review. No harm. No harm, no foul. To say that it doesn't matter is very dismissive to men's standards. And I don't like that. Like, women are looking for a way to dismiss a standard instead of understanding it. It speaks to how women have this conversation as a whole. The subscribe button. Also, the notification bell so we're notified every single time we post content just like this. See you guys on the next one.